Thank you very much. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Ralf Schimmer and I'm with the Max Planck Digital Library. I was very thrilled when Arnaud contacted me and asked whether I would moderate the session, and that has sustained until today. But the one thing that I didn't like from the beginning was the title of this session. It's Quo Vadis science. I mean, this is a timeless question that you could ask anytime. You could have asked it 20 years ago, 5 years ago, 50 years ago, etc. I thought about the titles various times, and everything I came up with was more or less like a little abstract, a long, extensive title, which also didn't do it. But I tell you this because the one title that I almost suggested, and I read it to you because I still have it in my notes here, was "The Key to Success in a Changing Market: Respond to Consumer and Producer Demand." I read this to you, and I want to mention this because it resonates with the presentation that we heard this morning before lunch by Judy Versus. So because where she made clear that the key to success and the key to staying in business and adapting to change is responding to the consumer demands and needs. So, and I think this session and various parts of that session and contributions will also go back and resonate with what Judy has told us this morning. Throughout the day so far, we have heard a lot about challenges, changes, words like disruptions, complexities, risks, etc. have been used by many speakers throughout the day. So we all know that the situation is changing and developments are ever accelerating. There are many driving forces. First of all, it's the technological development by itself, but then there's also the habits and expectation by born digital researchers. The younger generation comes with a totally new experience, expectation, and mindset to the table. We have the maturity of early moving open access journals and publishers, the rise of open infrastructure publishing solutions, institutional open access policies, and now the redoubled financial and political pressure of Plan S. In the center of all, but we still have the paywall system, which is characterized by subscriptions and a unique way of treating the copyright. And there are initiatives such as OE 2020 to expose the outdatedness of the subscription system as such, and to try to shift the paradigm from a read access business model to more publishing related business models. When I look at the subscription system, to me it looks like Hans Christian Andersen's fairy tale, The Emperor's New Clothes. To some, this subscription system looks well-dressed, neat, shining, very elegant, etc. To others, it stands out there in its bare nakedness. So that's in order to thrive, and this is what Judy Versus this morning explained, players must be willing and able to adapt to the new environment and to embrace change. There is the opportunity for an orderly transition for those willing to work in partnership with their stakeholders and respond to new market demands of consumers and producers in their form of research performing and research funding organizations. I think it's against this background that we will now hear 4 presentations. The presenters are asked to present each like in the range of 15 minutes, and then we will sit here at the panel and then take questions from the audience. I suggest we wait with the for the Q&A until the very end, because we can anticipate that they will be related to each other. And by the way, the panel in the end will also, we will have Robert Jan Smits to be at the panel as well, because we anticipated that there will be questions and the topics will be related. We proceed in the order as stated in the program. We will have Gérard Meyer, professor at the Max Planck Institute, at the Fritz Haber Institute of the Max Planck Society here in Berlin. Then Günther M. Ziegler, currently the president of the Free University here in Berlin. The two, as I understand, will make more or less like a joint presentation. I don't know how they will divide their presentations, so that could flow one into the other. And then we have two society publisher representatives, Bernd Pulverer, the chief editor for the EMBO journal and related at EMBO in Heidelberg, and Robert Parker, the CEO of the Royal Society of Chemistry. So with that, I would like to hand over the floor to Gérard. Is it you first? Yeah.